May the whole world enjoy prosperity, happiness, and peace. May the whole world enjoy prosperity, happiness, and peace. May we all be blessed with good health, long life, prosperity, wisdom, and peace. With salutations to Vedadri Maharishi and to salutations to all of you. Today, we are going to take up a topic which is very close to Swamiji's heart. As you all know, he has spent his entire lifetime to find out how the humanity can live in peace. But there are a number of obstacles for that. And one such obstacle is the religion itself. While religions preach love and compassion, unfortunately, we have seen that religions themselves have been the cause for many wars, many divisions in society. And this had bothered Maharishi, and he had a very deep look into it and found that the Karmayoga, which has been in use, this phrase has been in use for thousands of years. But what he found was it has not been fully understood. People have not understood the depth and the breadth of the phrase called Karmayoga. And Maharishi, in his own lucid way, explains the various facets of that and how, if Karma Yoga can be practiced by all of us, it could be the world religion, a religion which encompasses all the good things of every religion and at the same time being against no religion. Let us look at it as we go by. Maharishi points out that the human life is quite different from the rest of the animal kingdom in a very fundamental way, and that is all the living beings, they lead a life by consuming things from nature as it is. But the human being, because of his sixth sense and because of his dexterous hands and brain, he is able to give an artistic touch and an artificial shape to many things from nature, and then only he consumes it. The more advanced a society is, the more number of objects are produced, and this of course leads to a comfortable life. All the pains which are there in nature, we are able to overcome. As important as whether such things, when being created, are they always beneficial to the individuals, are they beneficial to the society, or are they not detrimental to society or nature? So this is one important aspect of Karma Yoga. Karma means work. Work can be thought, word, or deed. And yoga is, actual word of meaning of yoga is harmony. So can we have all our thoughts, words, and deed be if all of us can do that, each one of us in every thought, word, and deed are always able to lead a harmonious life. Being in with this very earth can be the heaven. Otherwise, it is hell just because we are not able to do that. Let us try to understand this in a greater perspective. When we talk about Karmayoga, two important concepts come into being. One is doing things with awareness, understanding that for every action there is a result, and that result should not be in any way detrimental to any of us. And the other is being grateful to things which we receive from others. The one is gratefulness, the other is constant awareness of the effect in olden days. This understanding of the reaction was not very clear. Science was not developed. The cause and effect system was not fully understood. But if this is not understood, and when they start doing their work, maybe possibly they're able to do it, they are doing it against the society as well. So that is how the bhakti was propagated. That is, they were told that every action is being watched by some god up above, and if the work is good, if it is harmonious, then you can go to Swarga, otherwise Narak. But today those stories are not believed anymore. So we have to explain what is this cause and effect system. It is the following. Every action, every thought, every word, every deed has a result. That is, for every result there is a cause, and for every cause there is a result. This is in fact the divine law of nature. All religions have said that. But logically, scientifically, we should understand the concept of cause and effect system. Newton's third law talks about every action when the thought is for level, at the action level. And if we become conscious of this, this is a divine law of nature. If somebody wants to see possible result in action, say instead of 3 idlis, if you eat 6 idlis, you will see God in the form of a stomach ache. Overeat, your body cannot be able to digest it, and that will come as a pain. So if somebody has to, if everyone wants to enjoy pleasure, peace or ecstasy and avoid pain, what is required is at every moment as some action is being done at the thought, word or deed level, try to understand what the result will be, and with this awareness modify or do things so that the results will be favorable. When we talk about Karma Yoga, immediately the thought comes to us, the famous stanza of Bhagavad Gita. Karmanyevadhikaraste ma paleshu kadachana ma karma phalaye turbu ma te sangostva karmani. That means, in simple terms, you have a choice, you have adhikar over a work, whether I should do a work or not do a work, that is there. Karmanyevadhikaraste, but not in the result thereof. It is generally said that you should do work without expectation of any result. But that is not a very practical thing. What is meant is you can do an action, but the result is not fully in your hands. The result is according to law of nature. In fact, the result and action, they are connected by 5 factors. Any action, the result depends on the motive and efficiency of the doer, place, time, and object of contact. Based on these factors, result comes out. So if I want such and such a result, I should know how to perform that act, with what motivation, and at what place, what time, what object of contact. The more we are able to judge this, more we are able to understand this law, we will be able to do work and get appropriate results. But because of lack of understanding of this, or even if we understand this law, because of laziness, or whenever we are in infatuated mood, emotional mood, we forget this law and land into problem. So one important aspect of Karma Yoga is be constantly aware of the result of any action, and in order to get a proper result, work accordingly. In fact, this constant awareness of result of every action is in fact worship of God. This may be a very surprising statement, because when we think worship of God means, we think of a form depending on what religion you belong to, and then pray before that and ask for whatever you want. But divinity is not like that. Divinity does not behave like that. It depends on the action and the corresponding result is given. So when this is not understood, we make a number of mistakes and we get frustrated, and we think this is the particular form in which we should worship. In fact, whatever form you are worshipping, whatever concept you are having, it is only your own mind taking the shape of divinity in that form. So in fact, we are worshipping our own mind or tuning our own mind. So if this is very clear, we will not be fighting in the name of gods. And so worship of God will be clearly understood as being aware of the results of our own actions. So this takes us beyond one important limitations of the present day religions. We'll go to the second aspect, and that is being grateful to the society for every moment of our life, being grateful to the divinity for every moment of our life. If we look at our life, the fact that you are still existing now is because it is the society which has provided you the food, shelter, etc. And after eating, if that becomes the various dhatus and you get digested, it is because of the divine action within you. So thus we are able to appreciate that we are constantly indebted to the society and nature. And so what we should do in return, being grateful and then doing something in return to the society or to self. So this is called duty consciousness. Swamiji says the word duty has come from due to society, or we are indebted to society due to divinity. Now this duty can be divided into 5 forms of duty. Duty to self. Start with duty for yourself. So take care of your physical body, take care of your mind, take care of your spirit. See how that can be made better and better, because even prosperity, only then can we do it to others, otherwise we become a burden to society. So the duty to self is the beginning for all other duties. Then duty to family, duty to your relatives and friends, duty to the country, and duty to the world. When these are performed in a way that one does not come in the way of others, then we are returning to society whatever we are getting or something more. In fact, we should be able to do more than what we are getting. Today, unfortunately, we do something and we expect something. Even to God, we go and pray and say that I want this, I want that. Whether are we deserving it, whether are we doing corresponding work is not looked into. And that's why we get frustrated also, because the result will be not because of what you pray, but not because of what you do. That is a divine law. So taking care of self, and then in the family, anywhere, expectation will always lead to frustration. So expectation is not required. What am I supposed to do? I do it. And when you start doing that without expectation, you will find that your more and more capabilities are there, which will be coming out, and you will be able to do a better job, and automatically the result will be favorable. So duty consciousness and constant awareness of the result of any action is the sum total of what Karmayoga stands for. Now, when we talk about virtuous way of living, society can be harmonious when each one of us is contributing to that harmony. But the three important factors are there. One is what we discussed, duty. The other is morality. Morality is I will not give pain to others physically or mentally, in the present or in the future. Why? Because I don't want anybody else to give me pain, bodily or mentally, present or in future. So what I should do is I will not do harm to others. So this is a beautiful concept of morality. It goes again, it's common to all religions. So morality, duty, and charity. What is charity? If you take a human lifespan, for the first 20 years or so, it is a society which is feeding us. It's just one-way traffic. We don't do anything for the society, but the society, in the form of parents, in the form of schools, in the form of teachers, etc., are feeding us. Similarly, after a particular age, say 65 or so, again, we are not able to do anything to the society, but the society has to take care of us. That means 2/3 of our life is the society taking care of us. So who will do that? It is those who are in that productive age group. So it is this group which has to take care of those who deserve but are not able to fulfill that by their own work. So it's the youngsters and the old people, or handicapped physically or mentally, and such people. So this is what is called charity. So imagine a society where people are moral in their behavior, do their duty appropriately, and also do charitable work, so that deficiency in any one can be taken care of adequately. And constantly understanding that every action has got a result. So together with these two, Swamiji gives a few more points, and this whole thing can be considered as the basic tenets of Karma Yoga, which can be becoming a world religion. Some of those other points are women who play such an important role. Unfortunately, in today's society, they are not treated equally. So it is important that we all take a decision that such a thing will not be tolerated. Women are to be given due respect, due freedom. The other is For charity, he says, let us try to contribute about 1% of our savings. If that can be done, most of the problems of inadequacy in certain people can be taken care of. Swamiji combines all these things and gives a 10-point formula, and there is Karma Yoga. The first one is being grateful and showing respect to mother, father, guru, the government, and the divinity. The second is we all need to have a respect for divinity, because when that is not there, the ego builds up, and this ego leads to 6 negative temperaments, leading to 5 great vices, etc., 5 great sins. So, having due respect for divinity, bhakti with the understanding of what exactly that divinity is important. Then the third one is the awareness of action and result. The fourth is the 5 duties we are talking about: duty to self, family, society, the country, and the world. And the next is thought, word, deed to be in harmony. And for that, we have 5 activities, in all of them moderation. They are food, work, rest, use of thought force, and sexual gratification. Moderation in all of them will be helping us to have a proper physical health and mental health. Then, giving adequate importance to women, giving 1% as charity, and understanding that all religions are talking about only 2 principles. One is worship of God, and the other is harmony in society. So this is common to all religions. So let us respect all religions and not be antagonistic. It is just the way they present it could be different because they started at different points of time. That's all. But ultimately, the crux is only this. So in the name of religion, let us not hate somebody or other. And in Karma Yoga, in order that you are physically, mentally alert and you are able to remove the negativities in your character, Swamiji has introduced the concept of simplified Kundalini Yoga, by which your mind is purified, simplified physical exercises are given, and through Brahmanyanam, the understanding that Jnana Yoga is also given. So here, the Bhakti Yoga, the Karma Yoga, the Jnana Yoga, and Raja Yoga. Raja Yoga is to have control over the mind by through meditation. So all the 4 yogas are beautifully combined in Karma Yoga, and at the same time combining all the good things of all the religions. So if this is practiced by all of us, we can definitely work as a single family, as brothers and sisters, and happiness to self, society, and always doing things in tune with nature. And then we'll be able to reach our personal goals. The purpose for which the human being has been, we have got this great human being, a human birth, And this is the goal of all religions. And Karma Yoga will be able to help us in achieving this. The self, society, and let us preserve nature for thousands of other generations which are yet to come. வாழ்க வளமுடன்.